Hi there. I'm Cherryll,
Hi, I'm Nancy.
and it's Conversations with Cherryll and Nancy. And today we got in a conversation about, we talked the other day about asking, and we'd like to talk a little bit about saying no.
Yeah.
How do women say no? And are you very good at saying no? Are you?
No, I'm not, but you know who is?
Who?
My mother. My mother has perfected the art. If somebody asks her to do something she doesn't want to, she just looks at them and says, I don't want to. And that's it. And you can't argue with that.
Can you do that?
Maybe.
And why don't we do that?
I don't know. Well, if we have a tendency to make excuses, and when you make excuses, people will come up with a solution to your excuse. That's why when you say I don't want to, that ends the conversation.
Right.
There's nothing to say to that other than, oh, okay, I guess I'll do it myself.
So is she concerned about hurting someone's feelings?
No, she's more concerned about being happy.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think,
I don't think she ever, I mean, she isn't hurtful to people,
Right.
but if she doesn't want to do something, she just doesn't do it, you know? And I guess she feels like she's at a point in her life where she can do that.
yeah. And I think that saying you don't want to do something is a perfectly valid
Yeah.
reason. And, you know.
Are
and
you good at saying no?
Not so much.
Yeah.
No.
I'm better now than I was in my 30s, when I never said no to anybody. But then I always put myself last.
Well, I think that women in general, we have a chronic problem called the disease to please. And we want to please
Yeah.
everybody. So but unfortunately, everybody does not include ourselves. So
And everybody isn't on board about pleasing us, so
Really?
what's that all about? You know?
That's true. That's true. So again, you know, where do we start?
We could spread that disease to people we know.
The disease to please.
Yeah.
Well, in the meantime,
Start pleasing me.
but in the meanwhile, what about asking? What about learning to say no? And particularly during the holidays,
Yeah.
we're invited to events. We're
People
asked
are
to do
tired.
things. Yeah.
They're stressed. I mean, today I had a patient come in. She was so stressed about money and going into the holidays. I mean, a lot of people are suffering from this. And sometimes I think it would be best just to say, no, we're not giving gifts. We're not going to, let's just enjoy being together.
Right.
Let's change it up. Let's do
Yeah.
something different. So this would be a perfect time in history to decide what you're willing to do and what you're not.
Yeah, and I think a really good question that grounds you, and has for me for years, which I really appreciate the question, is stop for a moment and ask yourself, what do I want and what do I need? And at that point, then you can move forward. If you're afraid just to blurt out no and are concerned
Well,
about
that's
how that
kinda
might come
rude.
across. Yeah, you may be able to say, no, I need to get back. Let me get back with you on that. Take some time, think it through, and then go back. And with a more measured response and something that will please you as well. So,
That sounds like good advice.
okay.
Well, let's try it.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
No.
Until next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.